Yo, what's going on? Tommy Oliver here with another quick vlog. Today we're going to be talking about Godzilla 2014, the most disappointing movie of the year so far for me. But apparently I'm in the minority because Godzilla is destroying at the box office. Right now I think it's probably made $100 million by now. I think it closed out its opening weekend at $93 million or something around there. I think it's the biggest release of the year so far. People are loving Godzilla. It had a great marketing campaign. It's Godzilla, so it's a household name, so people wanted to go see it. And you know what? Some people loved it, some people hated it. I was kind of in, the latter camp, but that's okay. It made a ton of money, so of course, Hollywood, tons of money. Sequel's already announced. So for someone like me, who didn't like the first movie and thought that it was kind of not channeling the classic energy that is Godzilla, of course I'm actually pretty excited about this sequel. The reason that Godzilla was so disappointing for someone like me, and I think for hardcore G fans who were really looking forward to this movie, especially considering last year we got Pacific Rim, which channeled the kaiju genre perfectly, is that this movie was so close to hitting the nail right on the head in terms of what we were going to the theater to see. We wanted to see a classic Godzilla film that really just played to our childhoods and our nostalgia, but did it with modern special effects. And almost got there. Just a little bit. And that's why it was so disappointing, because there were moments where you could see the film that we were looking to see on screen. It got really close a lot of the times. Godzilla looked awesome. The effects were fantastic. When he threw down, it was really just visceral and felt good. The way the fights were done were things you really couldn't do with the rubber suits effectively, especially the grapple scene. Like, they tried to do some grappling in the older films, it never worked because it was two guys in a rubber suit or a guy in a rubber suit fighting like a puppet that was held up by strings. So it just didn't work. I think if they just go the extra mile, and just have some fun with Godzilla and let the film be a Godzilla film and not just like a disaster movie, which is kind of what the Godzilla that we got in the theaters this year felt like. If we can just go the extra inch, and make it happen, just push it over the ledge, so to speak, and give us an actual Godzilla film. All the pieces that they need are there. And I think Gareth Edwards, if he just kind of, let himself have a bit more fun. And the problem is that in the article that I read, at least, that was talking about the sequel confirmed for Godzilla, he said he wanted to play the sequel with just as much restraint as he did the first movie. And I'm sure that'll get him a lot of money. It's been working well so far, but I think in terms of making an effective Godzilla film, not just an effective movie, not an effective disaster film, not an effective cash cow, but an effective Godzilla film, restraint is really the last thing you should be doing. Don't get me wrong, every Godzilla film that's ever been made has focused largely on the human cast and the human conflict. They've never really all been that memorable, but a good 80 to 90% of your runtime is devoted to the human characters and the build-up to the kaiju fights. I get that. And I was expecting that in this movie too. But what I hope they do in this sequel that's coming out whenever, I don't think they've even announced a date yet, I would assume they probably haven't. I just want to see more of that Godzilla soul, Don't keep cutting away from the monster. Let us see the fight. It only needs to be like 5 to 10 minutes long, but let's actually focus on the fight. Let's focus on what the hardcore fans came here to see. I don't think that the average moviegoer is going to see 5 more minutes of Godzilla and be like, I'm out, forget it, this is dumb. They're going to stick around and they're going to watch the movie. They're going to like it. So, new Godzilla, I'm pretty hype about it. I want to see it. I think that just with a little bit of tweaking, they can bring it from a 5 or 6 out of 10 to like a knock out of the park, 10 out of 10 movie. But now I have a question for you guys. What do you think about this new Godzilla sequel? What monster would you like to see Godzilla throw down with in this one? I'd love to see them get the rights to some of, the huge library of monsters that Toho has. They don't have to make a new Muto or something. I think the shoo-in for the second movie would be Godzilla throwing down with his rival King Ghidorah. I think that needs to happen for the sequel. I think the fans will go nuts if the classic Godzilla battle happened on the big screen in like 2015, 2016 with modern special effects and 3D and IMAX D-Box experience. It'd be fantastic. I'd go see it. Who would you like to see though? Let me know in the comments below. Till next time, Tommy Oliver. Stay curious.